Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out, we got Workers Nightingale here. Now this came out roughly about a weekish ago or so, and there are a couple of different variants of this that we've seen. The high-powered, the standard. There's also a couple of different variants on what you get with it, depending on where you got it. We got ours on Etsy, the same spot, of course, yes, where you can pick up our XFB ones. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out here. Here are some of the cool ones that we actually just sent out to some of you guys. Some cool color variations right there, well beyond some of the cool ones that I can think of. But anyways, ours actually came in pieces. We had to actually kind of put most of it together. The shell was open. We had to put it all together. Wasn't too hard, but still, I don't know if everybody's comes like that. Well, we got the high-powered version, which is supposed to be roughly about 20 to 25 FPS higher, or shoots higher, than the standard version. So if you have a standard version, let me know. I'm kind of curious on, how hard it shoots and things like that. But still, look at that thing. Woo! Let's take a look at what it comes in the box here. So you have the blaster itself. You have, of course, their new magazine, which is awesome. You have the belt clip. You do have the front kind of muzzle here. It's basically, mine is orange, and then of course it comes with the black one on it, so orange just for safety. And of course, yes, it comes with the little kind of clip that you clip onto your belt, and the belt here is freaking awesome. So this is one of the big reasons why I got this, is the belt, because I was like, man, I actually need one of these for games and things like that. So mine came with a lot of this. Again, I don't know if every single package that you can get with these is going to come along with these. I heard that these belts are kind of hit and miss, whether you are going to get them or you're not going to get them. I'm thinking if you didn't have the belt and some of the other accessories, you probably could drop the cost $10, $15. But this is a premium belt. I mean, this alone is probably at least $10 to $15 with how premium it is, and the actual kind of holster here for the semi-holster for the actual blaster itself. Now, if we take a look at the actual individual pieces again, the blaster in the hands, it looks great. Look at that. It looks really, really good. It's small, but it's going to be loud. I'll tell you that right now. They, when it comes small like this with high-powered motors, yeah, it's going to be loud because there's not enough plastic and stuff to kind of dampen that noise. But look at that. It looks really, really good. Again, size comparison to one of our XFB ones. You can see here it's roughly the same size-ish. I mean, they both fit in the hand really, really nice. But still, I mean, if you're trying to get an idea of the size here, I think this is a perfect sidearm for, yes, the Worker Phoenix 2.0 back there. Both these together, you got a great primary, you got a great secondary for sure. Now, the mags is really what everybody was talking about with this. They came out with kind of a newer, slimmer mag here, comparison to the old kind of, mags that we're all kind of accustomed to here. These Talons, so check it out. I mean, there is a significant difference in here, and now I get it. The other one here by Worker I have is an 18 round. This one's a 15, but still, there is a massive difference there, guys. I mean, it is slimmer by roughly about 3 or 4 millimeters, and when it comes to width, I mean, you're talking about a millimeter or so. So I could see a lot of people actually going out, and I've heard a lot of people wanting to go get these, but they are a little bit tougher to get because everybody freaking wants these things. And unfortunately, yeah, they're not cross-compatible with some of the other stuff or the old blasters that we have. Again, like the Worker Phoenix, you can't just throw one of these in there. Maybe they'll make an adapter for it or something like that. But I'm definitely going to pick up a few more of these when more color options become available and the rush isn't out there. But still, a huge difference. I do plan to put or have something so you can use these, of course, on the XFB1. I don't know if I'm going to make adapter or another model. But again, it's going to require you to get magazines specifically, for that. And I figured a lot of people have these Talons. So that is the biggest thing that is out there currently. And still, whew, gosh, it's different holding a smaller magazine like that. It is way different. The belt, again, is a big one. This belt is premium. This thing is really, really nice. I needed one of these for my wars and my gameplays. It has a nice latch on the front. Everything here is just, gosh, it is like very, very nice. It does have these two kind of tabs so the actual belt can, pop off. So you kind of set it, then you could pop it off with those two things. You don't have to take the belt all the way off. On here, it does have a few kind of Velcro straps, which are really nice, both ones that go around the belt as well as kind of a built-in kind of carrier right here. Now this is going to be primarily used for the kind of lanyard carry. I don't even know what you want to call this thing here that you hook on to your Phoenix, or not your Phoenix, but your Nightingale, and you can clip it right on to the actual belt itself. So this way, when you have it inside the holster, it doesn't drop and fall or anything like that. Now, this isn't really that tough. So when I had it on my waist, this thing would go and hit the ground, but not as hard. So just kind of keep that in mind. But I do like the fact that they gave you that because, yeah, if you're running super hard, whew, you're probably gonna drop out. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about is with kind of this belt clip holster here. Sure, it fits the blaster pretty nice inside it, but there's no grab there. So look at this. I mean, I could pop that thing right out. And I want to show you this. I'm gonna pull up me here, just kind of standing here with this. I mean, for the setup, it's great, but it really needs to latch on there. If I ran, this thing would 100% pop out. I mean, look at that. I could just throw this thing right out, or I could just pull it simply with that. So I just kind of wanted to, let people know that, yeah, this holder right here, this belt clip holder for it, it doesn't cinch on it tight enough, nor does it click in or anything like that. So it's going to come out real easy, but still, that belt, whew, this is the reason why I wanted this thing. It's freaking awesome. One thing to note, again, is this is a you can run it on a 2S LiPo, or you can do a 3S LiPo. Again, this is the high-powered version. I do not know how fast the normal powered version shoots. I've been hearing around 90 to 100 FPS, somewhere right in there. With the high-powered, I'm getting roughly about 125 FPS on a 3S LiPo. Now, this has a small area up front here for the battery, so you probably won't have a battery that will fit. Now, the battery that I used, I will throw it up here. It's a 3S LiPo, but it does use an XT30 connector. Unlike the XT60 connector you see on some other, kind of big popular brands that are out there. Most people use the XT60, but this uses an XT30 connector. And I'm gonna, again, I'll probably put a link down in the description on the battery that I use. It is great. It is a great small 3S LiPo battery. I've already shot probably about 25 mags through here, and that battery goes really well. So a full day's gameplay for me, that battery works perfectly fine. And then of course, yeah, those bigger ones like the Worker Phoenix 2.0 right there. Yeah, I use XT60 connectors on there because that's just what works best. And I think that comes stock with that. So I think both those, just gosh, they just look so good together. I'm so pumped for my next kind of meetup, or whenever I'm gonna have one, next war. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna use this bad boy and that bad boy, but I don't know yet. Now let's go out and let's just shoot this thing so you guys can get an idea of what it is all about. So, with the high-powered version here, I mean, you can hear it. This thing whines really high. It is substantially loud. I gotta give you that. And the best way to shoot this thing is to pull it so the motors rev all the way, then fire. Then give it a second for those motors to rev all the way back up. Typically, when you work with like these micro flywheels like this, the consecutive fire really quick doesn't work all that great. You really need more kind of substance to those wheels so they can shoot, the rounds that much more quicker. But when they're small like this, yeah, rev, then shoot, rev, then shoot. We are getting roughly about 120 to 125 FPS, which is respectable. It is not bad for a 3S. However, there are other, blasters out there right now that are 2S, but they're about 1.5 times the size they can get the same FPS. So just kind of throwing that out there that, the price and everything is great for this, but there is other options that are not as loud. They can hit just as hard. But there you go. You can see me again kind of shooting. Still, I mean, not too bad. The mag release is right here on the side, and it's, for the most part, if you are, if you are left-handed, or you're gonna, if you're right-handed and you're really gripping this thing tight, it almost got in the way. Like, I'd almost squeezed the grip too tight, and I'm almost pushing it. My mag release here is super sensitive, so when you put in the mag, I mean, it's there, but if you just barely touch it, I mean, it's coming out. Barely touch it. So I felt like a couple times when I'm wrapping my hands around here, I would hit it and it would actually drop. I did it a couple times during the shooting video, but I just cut that part out because I was like, nope, you guys can't see that. So that's why I was saying if you were shooting it left-handed, you tend to hover over that. So when you're really squeezing, you could really squeeze it, and it's going to come dropping right out. So I don't know, maybe they'll redo that in some capacity, but it does have a nice little smiley face on there. Now, overall, guys, I think this blaster is pretty cool. If you don't have a battery and you don't have a charger, or if you have a charger and you don't have a battery, this thing's roughly going to run you about 130-ish bucks to your door, somewhere right in there. If you do get the high-powered version and you get a battery specifically for it with an XT30 connector, again, I can't stress that enough. It's not an XT60, it's an XT30, so most people only have the XT60s, or unless you change it up front. But most XT60 type batteries, some of these bigger ones, they are much bigger, and they just won't fit in there. But overall, guys, this thing rocks. The rubberized grip rocks. Everything about this thing is really, really cool. But it's the price for me, roughly coming in at about $130 if you have to buy a battery, roughly about $100 if you don't. Still cool, but it's loud. It is significantly loud. But here you go, listen. Whew, it is loud. So you're not hiding from anybody with this thing. So I don't know. Again, guys, I think it's cool. Get it if you can get it, but if you have another sidearm currently, I probably would pass on it. I know a lot of people like it. I do like the smaller mags, but yeah, I just think there's other currently better options that are out there currently, but I still think this thing absolutely rocks. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments. Thanks again, Fox fans.